Hello there. Well, I think it would be totally remiss of me not to keep on talking about Man of Steel, and there's something on my mind. Yes, it's near the end when Superman breaks Zod's neck. I already read an article on EW.com slating Man of Steel and the writers of the movie, David S. Goyer and Christopher Nolan. I've always loved the fact that Superman doesn't kill. I think it's amazing. It sets him apart from the other characters, the other heroes. But let me explain something. Um, in the context of what happened, which is basically Goyer and Nolan gave Superman no choice but to kill Zod. Zod was going to kill that family with his heat vision. Superman begged him, and begged him, and he was going to do it. Superman had no way out but to break his neck. Now you're saying, well, why write this whole situation in the first place? Why make Superman have to kill? I understand what you're saying, but we're not in 1978 anymore. We're not in 1938 when Siegel and Schuster first started the comics. We are now in a very jaded society, and yes, movies are fantasies, but people want to see different things these days. Now, we saw the 1978 to 1987 movies, the first four movies. We've seen all the comics where Superman is a certain way. We are now in 2013, and people want to see Superman in situations asking him deep questions. That's the whole thing of what Nolan does. He did it of Batman, and he's doing it now of Superman. Now, the questions you ask Superman are questions that he's never been asked before. One of them is to kill him. Now, my theory is now that he had to kill someone, and we see the reaction after he killed him. He's not proud, he's not happy, he is devastated. But let's not forget, he killed the guy who killed his father. How many of you out there would avoid, if you had the opportunity, killing the guy who killed your father or someone that's really sacred and special to you? Exactly. Now, people are complaining because, yes, I agree, it's been great that Superman's never killed before. But again, this could be the reason Superman doesn't kill. That time, when he's first Superman in his first battle, that he had to kill. That's what could be the core moral belief that he never kills again. So this might actually go to a place we all want it to. But I can't. I don't foresee him doing that again. This was the character in a corner, and he had no choice. So people slating the movie, I think it's just another excuse to slate it. And I understand. There's a lot of Marvel fans out there. There's people always been out there who want a mess with this character, who don't want this character to be successful. Well, I'm sorry, he is breaking records. He is going to be successful. Another accusation that this character, this movie, you couldn't get into the characters. They were too bland. All it was punch, 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 nothing else. You are lying. You are misleading people who have not seen this film yet. It was not violence and punch, punch, punch. The first hour was all character driven stories. There was a brilliant emotions and character driven things going on Krypton. The Smallville flashbacks, very emotional. The moment before Jonathan gets swept away by the tornado, how emotional was that? We got the movie we wanted. It's as simple as that. If people don't like it, then don't go. But from the records that are being broken and the fans that are inboxing me on Facebook telling me how great they're loving this film, how they never thought they'd ever like a superhero movie, never be into Superman, but now they are, and thank me for introducing them to the character. You out there are misleading people. You are saying lies. You are trying to mess with this movie's success, and it's not going to work. This film was very character driven, very engaging, and it wasn't just punch, punch, punch. We had a lot of action, a lot of violence, some amazing special effects. You didn't even know what was special effects and what wasn't. It all looked real. It was amazing. But let's get this clear, people. There are people out here trying to mess with this film, and us, as passionate Superman fans, mustn't let them. This There are no issues. I heard the guy from Superman homepage saying how much he loved the film, but he thought the editing wasn't great. Excuse me, how many movies has he made? This is ridiculous. The editing was fine. If he's talking about the flashbacks, that's a decision. That's an editing decision. That's not an error in editing. That's how the guys who wrote the movie and Zack Snyder decided to go with it. And I've talked about this already, that he did that to change it up a bit. We saw Smallville, we had 10 years of Smallville. We saw what happened in Smallville and Superman the movie. So they're just trying to. This film was meant to be a new, fresh, realistic take, and it absolutely was. It did what it said on the tin. It gave the fans the slugfest on moving pictures we have always wanted. Brilliant. I'm still stoked about this movie. I cannot wait to see it for a second time on Tuesday. Guys, there's so much more to say about this movie, but there's only a certain amount of space on my memory card and all of that, so I have to go. But you can contact me on Facebook. I am Mick Meanus. I want to talk about Man of Steel because I'm on Man of Steel Cold Turkey. Geektastic 555 on Twitter. Get in touch, people. Get involved. Superman is on top again. Not just on top of the superheroes, on top of the other movies. He's the best. He's always been the best. Let's keep it that way. We'll talk again. See ya.